Bienvenidos and welcome a Cositas Mommy Never Told Me, a podcast that dives deep into the Latin cultural norms that have long haunted the feminine genre. Montate and buckle up porque it's going to be a roller coaster ride. ¡Nos fuimos!
Hi,
Hola!
hopefully this thing you can hear it.
You can hear it. Hopefully you can hear it on the recording.
I was gonna say, hopefully.
It'd be shy.
It'd be shy.
That motherfucker be like, nope, I ain't showing up.
Didn't we have such an amazing weekend?
Oh, it was amazing.
Diana said, I'm tired. And Diana's never tired.
Yo, I am tired to the 10th power, and I think it had a lot to do with 420.
That drive?
Oh, shit, yeah. So on Friday, early morning, Friday, crack of dawn, like not even crack of dawn, the crack before dawn. My daughter and I, at 2:30 in the morning, took off to go to...
Just you and her went?
Just me and her. Go DC.
Bison. Go Bison.
And
that homecoming list is like 30 deep.
It's like...
Everyone, as soon as you're like, yeah, my daughter got into Howard. Yo, we going to homecoming?
Out of control. We got in the big ass Airbnb. But we got there. And it's in October too. I gotta get the exact date. But yeah, we got there in about 5 hours. I know it takes longer than that. Let's just relax, everybody. Motherfuckers is on a flight. No, but
Zana was like, go, let's go.
Ain't nobody on the highway, let's go. But,
for real. Honestly, that's the best time to drive.
Absolutely. We got there just before 8, and it was cool because it started at 9:15. So we went and got like old school McDonald's, hotcakes and sausage. I haven't had that in so long, and I was so happy that it didn't run through me because usually it does. That's
why I went because that shit will. Yo, anything McDonald's, I rarely ever eat it, but I know if I'm gonna eat this, I'm gonna have to be near a facility.
Absolutely. And when the fuck did that shit become $8? Like what the fuck?
Yo,
that shit used to be like $3, $4. Nah, but if you want a cleanse that's cheap, get yourself some hotcakes and motherfuckers. Nah, but it didn't run through me. Thank you so much, Lord. No, but it was great. Like from the moment we got there, they had students everywhere welcoming us, and the freaking welcoming ceremony was amazing. Like the band, the dancers, the expressive dancers. They don't play. They had me going, they were saying
reassessing. Hey, I was out reassessing your whole youth. You're like,
bruh.
Damn.
I kept telling the girls that were registered. There was girls registering us. There were girls and boy and guys. Well, women and men. They were bringing us, to different places. And I kept asking, do people over 40 come here? They thought it was so funny. I want to come here.
I'm sure you could take some adult classes.
No. I ain't gonna mess up my daughter. No, but she did say, oh my gosh, there's so many people that want to come to the homecoming. And I was like, are you okay with us going? And she was like, yeah, I don't care. I was like, okay. So, yeah, and then I turned up, girl, hold on. So then we had all these plans. We were supposed to after the tour, which it ended around 3, we went to the store, got her a hoodie and all this other stuff. And so she goes, Ma, let's go back to the hotel. We can have something to eat. We'll chill for a little bit and then we'll go back out. We wanted to go, do some sightseeing and stuff. And we've been to DC before, but she was like, let's just go get some cupcakes and maybe some cookies because they have insomnia cookies down there. Cookies and some. And I was like, oh, perfect. Girl, why we fell asleep? I woke up at 10 o'clock like, what the fuck?
She fell asleep too?
Yeah, she said she fell asleep like around 8. But then
she was probably overstimulated. She was like, this is a lot.
Like 6:30.
A lot. Y'all was up early. I'm so proud of her. So happy for her. She got into all 9 colleges, but this was 10. This was her heart. This was her heart.
When she heard from them, she was like, yes. So
this is it.
So yeah, I woke up at 10 something, went back to sleep, and then like around 4 o'clock in the morning, I wake up because I hear like something like a phone or whatever. So then I looked to the left and she was up. I said, can you be ready in 15 minutes? Let's go. She said, yeah, we left. But yeah, I wish I would have stayed a little longer in DC, but then it would have been a crazy drive. That's the shit. Like on a Saturday, that shit would have been,
Wait, so like when I saw you on Saturday, you had just gotten in?
So when you saw me on Saturday, we left there at 5 a.m. and got here like at 9:47. A little under 5 hours. A little bit. Listen, girl.
DC.
DC. If we would have left at 9,
I definitely think you went faster than the train. I'm concerned.
Listen, we got here safe. I'm a very safe driver. I'm always looking at, and there wasn't no cars on the road, so that's the best time. There were a couple
but then
trucks,
you had enough energy to come out and tap.
Well, I came home. I sat down for a second. I got home and sat down for a second. I think I fell asleep for like 20 minutes, and somebody said, "Mommy," and whatever, and I looked over like, I guess I can cook something.
Damn, it was 420 on Saturday.
Oh,
Bad Bunny Day, 420 Day. Pride Street was having a good time. Shout out to DJ Jay Lyric.
Our boy Jay,
that was a good time.
We actually got to meet Buck too, so let's see what comes out of that.
Shout out to
Prayers up.
What is it? Hot 93.7.
Hot 93.7, yep, and DJ
Buck. He
was really nice.
God.
I was surprised.
He's always been a really nice guy. He's always been a really nice guy.
Usually general managers are fucking assholes. You know what I'm saying?
That part.
But he was really, really nice. So, yeah, that was a nice surprise. And that party was good. Yo, we lit that shit up. We lit that shit on fire.
Who was it that told me?
You saw me, right? I was dancing on the sidewalk with all the stiffs.
And then we got back and you were like, yeah.
And then Fred was like, let's go over there. I was like,
yes. Yo, I think it was it Freddie? Somebody was like, yo, everybody was talking about the crew. And I was like, you know what? I don't understand at things like that. Like the music is live, whatever. And then, I mean, I guess it's just like at the clubs too. I haven't been to a club and I don't even know if people still go clubbing, but it's like everyone is like around the periphery.
Watching
like,
the fun.
Why are we not in it? Like, get in it, get into it. Like, literally, you only live once. People like their bodies are like dying for them to break out, and it's like, so it don't take much for us. We were like, hey,
I actually saw a post from Terrell. He was like, it was great to let my inner child out. I was like, Jesus. And you considering he's way younger than
he's still a child.
Like, why are you restricting your inner child? Okay, people listening and watching, let out your inner child. It's okay to act the fool and dance and have a good time. Not even act the fool. To dance and have a good time. It's okay.
Acting a fool. We're like living,
we were a little bit.
Enjoying. Were we?
Yeah, well,
I don't call it acting a fool. I'm like, when the music hits, you're like, I don't care where
Jay did such a great job. He did such a great job.
He did such and I was so proud and happy because we had gotten there a little earlier because we Team OD do too much. So we had plans our whole day. I had my mom watching my daughter all day. I was like, yeah, this is a hometown flex. Bad Bunny, he's never been here besides when he went to Diamantes. Anyway.
Oh my God.
So we had gotten there. I was like, this is sad. And it was so quiet. But then
what's crazy though? Jay was like, this shit gonna get packed. I'm not even worried.
Yeah, it did make sense. Closer to the concert, people were coming who would go eat and then go to the show. So it was just a good time. And Jay's such a good DJ. The music was good. The vibes were great. Mm-hmm. And the concert, everyone's like, "Did you have fun at the concert?" And it's like, I guess because I've seen him so much. First of all, full transparency, I'm not a huge fan of trap. So this album, what is it? Nadie sabe, whatever. It's not my favorite. Sorry, no disrespect. What is it? So Beyonce has the Beehive. Bunny has the Caballotas, Bebesotas, whatever. I'm just not a huge fan of the trap. So,
but you're not the only person that said, because you and I had a conversation about how you felt he was feeling. You're not the only person that said that to me. I actually ran into a couple of people yesterday, and also DMing, and people were saying it on their stories of how they felt like his energy was off.
Yeah. And the funny thing is, a lot of people felt this and they've never been to Un Verano Sin Ti. So for me, it's also like, I saw him like 12 times, his like the past 3 tours or whatever. And it's so high energy. It's the production and the dancers and this and that. And it's like it's like, and you're sweating. You're like coming out of there drenched. Like when I tell you, me, D, Fred, Ileana, Ed, Erica, my sister, we saw him at Yankee Stadium. Drenched. When I tell you, we stood on the chairs for the 3 hours and 45 minutes, stood on the chairs, dance, yelled. Like we couldn't even speak.
Mm-hmm. And we were like, it was like such a fellowship of like just people hugging, giving high fives. Like, I was like,
so that's the energy that I felt. Like, that's the expectation. So he sets the bar up here, right? For that. So we were like fucking random, everybody, because everyone was like, oh, it's like, you know, this unspoken connection. We hear, you hear, you get it. We're fans. So even if you bump into someone, whatever, you're like, oh, my man, it's just like, who cares? But the energy was different. When I saw the track list, I was like, I could have done without going. But the guys wanted to go. I was like, it's a hometown flex. He's here. I'll go. But honestly, it's like you mentioned Terrell, he doesn't speak Spanish and he came with us. And I told him before the show, I was like, I really wish this wasn't your first experience with him, even though I know you're going to get the vibes, because Bunny's an exceptional performer. Mm-hmm. But trap is heavy lyrical music. So there's only so much bopping you could do and not understand what he's saying.
Right.
So when I tell you when he did his 10-minute set,
he was like,
because he only did like a 10-minute set of the party jammers.
Yeah.
Yo, the whole place
was about to blow up.
Everyone was like,
finally, he's singing the
for fucking 10 minutes. I came here for these 10 minutes.
Damn.
But I will say, I looked over and I said, he's giving me. I mean, there is some other stuff that I know that I can't share, but he was giving very depressed energy. Like he was giving energy, but he was doing this thing that I think you would agree he didn't do much of. He was talking to the audience a lot.
You know, who told me that? Vanessa, he was shout out.
Preaching.
What up, Vane? She be listening to us. So she was like, yo no sé qué le pasaba. Porque si necesita hablarle a alguien, me puede hablar a mí.
Terapia. Hello, 1-800 Vane.
He could talk to me too. He could do a couple other things. No, sorry, husband. No, I don't mean sexual. I just mean like, you know, put our podcast.
I mean sexual.
Blow us
but
up.
He was definitely. He was definitely. Yeah.
Wait.
Mm-hmm, sure. Is it okay? I'm dead.
No, in a fantasy world, not in the. I got a couple. Yeah.
Okay, so he was definitely giving a little bit of a dark energy.
Aww.
And he was talking a lot to the fans, and he was doing a lot of the fuck what people say, do you, blah, 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 which is a lot of like, so I have a tendency to think, I don't have a tendency to think, I think that for artists, the stage becomes like their therapy. It's like the only place where they feel like they can say things and be heard. They feel like they're with their fans. They feel like it's a safe space almost. So he was definitely he was having a therapy session. He was like, I'm human. I have bad days. There's so many days, like really going in. And then he was doing a lot of like, there was a lot of quiet time in between, and he would look at the audience.
Staring out into the audience.
Yeah.
Well, there was a lot of people, a lot of stories of people like taping him and, you know, like staring off. And I was just like, what's going on?
Mm-hmm.
And I think
but of course,
that Un Verano Sin Ti was such a success, and there were so many people talking shit that there wasn't enough trap on the album. You know what I'm saying?
That's what it was.
And that's where he came from and all that shit. But I always say you have to meet people where they are. Like, it is a huge success. It makes people happy. Continue to make that type of music, and have a couple trap songs on the album, right?
Right.
But he was able to connect so many Latinos, like Dominicano, Puerto Riqueño, Venezolano. Like, when we went to New York, we saw it. It was a melting pot of fucking Latinos. I was like, yeah. Like, you could tell who the Mexicans are. You could tell, and it was just like, damn. And everybody's singing along. It's just amazing.
But everybody was like, me gusta la chocha de Puerto Rico, no matter where you were from.
No matter what.
I love seeing footage of him in Venezuela, in Colombia, and when that song comes out, everyone's like, I'm like, yeah.
Okay.
So he was, I don't want to give the impression that it wasn't a good show. It was a good show, but I have a different standard because I'm so used to what he's done. I will say I will say this. One, I'm interested to see what the next album is, but two, I would love to know if he did this album because he genuinely, you know how artists do this thing, or I'm sure you've heard that artists, they feel like Christina Aguilera has said this, they feel like they have to come out with what their teams tell them to come out with at the beginning. And then when they get famous, they want to come out with their own stuff. So Lady Gaga is a good example. She came out with all the hits. And then when she started doing what she wants to do, it's no longer like what your fan base is asking for.
Where the fuck are you?
Yeah. So I'm interested to know
at, Lady Gaga?
The trap is him or he felt pressured or whatever. Because I will say this, there's something to be said about people in the industry who specialize in, probably someone like myself too, who kind of understands the market, what works, what's not working, and who's kind of guiding you. But when someone reaches a certain level of fame, of course they end up doing what they want. But you could just feel the energy in the space of like people really miss feeling good, like they really miss leaving, like they feel good. And as I mentioned,
Un Verano Sin Ti and play the whole album,
track to track.
This album right now,
boom.
There's probably like four songs that I'll skip through, and it's not something that I'm like, oh my god, let me download the. No, it was just downloading like 4, maybe 5. That's it.
Yeah,
but yeah,
Shout out to Sonia, your sister, because of her and Don Omar, I made the mistake of finding the set list for the concert.
And you were like,
so I was like,
bueno,
I'll never do that again.
So while you were in Bad Bunny heaven, because no matter what, he was still in the building.
What were you doing?
So after a band came to Pratt Street, and they were actually pretty good. They were good.
Oh, good.
They were so good. Like, they were doing all the hits. They did some stuff from Tito Rojas. They did some stuff from Gilberto Santa Rosa, Victor Manuel. And they were actually, like, the singers were good. The band, I was like, who is this? I should have got their fucking card.
I was going to say, they said we have a salsa band. They never announced their name or anything.
Nothing. And it was really, really good. Like, I danced with Jay's dad, and he started spinning me. I was like, all right, I'm going to need you to relax, because I hate spinning. I get vertigo. But anyway, so I go to my son's house, and they're like, yo, we're going to go over B's house. So I was like, all right. And he's like, it's 4:20. And I was like, okay, I got a couple gummies in my pocket. Well, I took both of them. I didn't learn from the last time. I didn't learn.
So then what y'all don't know about D, right, is that she gave me the asshole crown. But all she needs is half a gummy to spark the A in asshole. So imagine if she took 2 full ones.
Yo!
Were you killing people?
Assassination.
To the white meat.
Yo! And then before I left, because, I was ranking on everybody. So then they were playing drinking games, and I'm sitting there like, why would you play games? And they're like, because we're playing drinking games. I'm like, why don't you just drink? Why do you need to play games to drink? So I was just being a fucking asshole for like the whole time. The whole time I was
Don't y'all want to drink? So y'all want to play games to end up drinking?
Yeah, just fucking drink. So I thought I was being a really big asshole, and then so I apologized at the end, because these are all Aaron's friends. They're all in there early 30s, late 20s. So I was just like, I'm so sorry. You know, if I offended anybody, you know, I'm very hypersensitive. I took 2 gummies. I shouldn't have taken it, whatever.
Oh my God, you literally went through the whole thing.
They go, you need to take more gummies all the time.
You need to always be on a gummy. We love her. Bring her everywhere.
I was like, oh my God.
Jesus.
Like I was leaving.
Whatever. They're grown. They're grown.
Girl. And then I had like, it was like 10:30, 10:45 at night. And I was having macaroni salad, amarillo.
Yo, the best, because P.S.
pizza.
We got back to the hotel and Freddie was like, yo, a fucking pizza would be so good. I was like, yo.
That pizza was good from downstairs, right?
So good. And the wings were good.
Yeah. So,
but that we had that before the concert.
Listen to what I was eating at 10:45
macaroni salad.
I have IBS. Remember, I had macaroni salad, which was very good. They put, I don't even know what they put in it. I need to get the recipe. Then, because I'm a snob for macaroni salad.
Wait, someone made it or you bought it?
No, somebody made it. So Brandon had a party for his dad's birthday. So they had all this food. Like there were trays and trays of food. And I'm usually like, I won't fuck with food that people have already served themselves from.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
But your girl was on 2 gummies.
People let cats on their counters and shit. Can't be eating everybody's food.
But when you want 2 gummies, the fucking much.
Sidebar, them chocolate cupcakes you made for my birthday?
What happened?
I had 2 of them last night at 11:45.
Oh, shit. Sorry.
This is me. Eating the icing from the tray like this. 2, not 1. Okay.
Oh my God. No, but I had so much shit. I didn't even, I was thinking this is probably gonna fuck my stomach up, but it didn't, and I was like so happy that it.
Isn't it funny? Like when you are high or on a gummy, I eat the most because I have a salty sweet situation. And thank you, Jesus. I never get a stomach ache. I never get like the runs, but if I was to eat it on a normal, because I probably wouldn't eat that on a normal day. But if I was to eat it, I would be done.
I would be either shitting on myself or people would be like, Diana, you stink because I can't hold farts because of my stomach problem. Usually I excuse myself. So if I excuse myself, don't follow me. Because it's going to be bad. But yeah, I had an accoutrement, a buffet, a smorgasbord.
Charcuterie board
on my fucking plate, yo. Oh my God. And then, hold on, I got to tell you this real quick. So the owner of the house, Becca, who's Brandon's wife, she was looking for the rice. So we were like, where's the rice? You know, and she was like, help me look for the rice. And I was like, mind you, 2 gummies in. It's probably in the cabinets. It wasn't in it. But
cooked rice?
She was high as hell too. So we were just looking
cooked rice?
Yeah, a pan. So we were looking for a pan of rice. Yeah. I said cabinet.
Cooked rice.
The fuck with her? And she sort of kind of.
And she looks in the cabinet.
We started looking. So then there's a plate that's wrapped up in her pantry. Somebody wrapped up a nice little plate with all the shit. And she was like, whose plate? She was like, whose plate is this? I was like, I don't know whose it is, but this your house.
Ours.
I said, this your house. So if you want some of that rice, take some of that rice because this your
Fair
house.
Fair game.
Oh, we go over there. She takes half of the rice off the plate, and then the girl that the plate belongs to
rewraps the tray.
No, the girl that she comes over my shoulder. She was like, "You guys are not fucking with my plate. Like that's fucked up." I was like, "Oh shit, that's your plate." Yeah. Oh, well.
First of all, not both of y'all as a team. Like,
I was like, "You got to make it look like we didn't take none out."
So flatten it. Take the scoop and flatten it, spread it.
The whole time she's standing behind us like, what the fuck?
Y'all really in my plate.
We laughed for so fucking long over that shit. Oh my God.
That's hilarious. I love it.
Yeah, so yeah, we had a good time Saturday. And then yesterday was your birthday celebration.
Oh, yes. Yesterday was the bowling party. So fun. Shout out to Diana, who is such a mama bear. I had plans. I decided a few years ago that I actually really enjoy birthdays, and I really enjoy my birthday and celebrating it and being thankful for it. So I decided probably like it was during COVID that I would plan whatever I wanted to do for my birthday. Mm-hmm. And every now and then I'll still get like a surprise dinner or whatever. But this year I was like, I'm going to do a bowling party. I like to go bowling. So I sent everyone a text, and then Diana hit me a few days ago. She's like, "Are you planning your own birthday?" I was like, "Yeah." She's like, "Does anyone bring a cake?" I said, "No. Do we need a cake?" I was like, "I'm inviting motherfuckers to go bowling. I'll probably bring a few balloons, like whatever." So Diana did an amazing job. And those other chocolate cupcakes I'm referring to, I may not request brownies anymore. I may request chocolate cupcakes. What?
Un poquito de applesauce. Un poquito de applesauce.
Cream cheese frosting? So that was really sweet. But my birthday is Wednesday. So this week I have a few plans. Like I'm doing a lot of self-care. I have a massage today.
Get my nails dinner done. Or something on Wednesday?
I'm going to see Wicked and dinner.
Yeah.
I have a few suitors, you know? So I have plans. I have a few suitors. I might do a dinner Tuesday. So keep it open.
Okay.
Because Miss Diane will be here to take care of Sophie because then I leave. I'm going on my birthday trip.
I get to see her this time.
Oh, yes. On Thursday, so that's fun. But I love birthdays. I love my birthday. I hate people. Not hate. I hate birthdays. I'm like, I'm so thankful. I'm so thankful for another year.
Huge one. So you already know. I love birthdays too. And I can't wait to keep celebrating yours all fucking month, B.
And all month, and then we go right into celebrating yours.
No shit. And don't miss it. Una semana.
A whole week. And I'm not breaking
2 months and a fucking week. So I am on it. You don't even understand. I'm trying to get 10,000 fucking steps.
That's why she's tired, because she drove an aircraft. She drove an airplane.
So crazy.
And then this morning she still went and worked out.
I had to.
And guess what? They start the class at 6 a.m.
6 a.m.
The class starts.
But I'm so glad I went, because after I felt so good. Oh,
it's always like that. The first 5 minutes you're like, fuck. But then
I hadn't been there. I hadn't been there since last Monday.
Oh, so when I walked, I didn't know. Oh, I didn't know that.
So when I walked in the spot, everybody's like, "Where the fuck you been?"
You're like, "Can I get a minute? Don't be monitoring my shit."
It wasn't like, "Where were you, Diana?" Or
no, where the fuck you at? No, straight up, you got goals, bitch. We got goals.
Where the fuck you at? I needed your
energy on Thursday. I love that though, but I love that. I love that. That's what I love about Diligent. Like my gym too. First of all, you walk in and it's way too crazy and loud. There's always one crazy person, and they be like, "Don't you got goals? Don't you got goals?" I'm like, "No, I actually,
I
work out because of my brain."
And he does listen to us every once in a while. So Quan, if you listen, I'm shouting you out. So he sees me like whenever I'm like, half-assing it. He'll be like, "Let's go, Diana." I'll be like, "I need your motivation."
Yeah, but that shit does do something. It does do something to you where you be like, "Fuck, I got this." And more importantly, it's like he can see me. Fuck, that's the minute you think nobody's watching.
Ooh, nah. This morning it was like I was transparent and a see-through, because people felt my energy and they was like, "You know what? You're usually filling us up, so we about to fill." They
literally were like,
they did, and especially Barbie. Shout out to Barbie and Julie, because they was like, "No, bitch." What's like, excuse me? Barbie was like, "We about to lift these 50 pounds on this 49 pound," and so it was like 100 pounds maybe. And then she's like, "Okay, we're gonna throw 20 more pounds, so 10 on each side." And I was like, "I don't think I could do that." She was like, "Diana,
yeah, you can.
Just do 5." And I was like, "Okay." So I was doing them, and I was like, "You right." So then I was like, "I'm gonna add weight over
here." That's what you need, though. That's what you need.
Yeah.
Can't be no bullshit.
Because we slamming bitches all summer. You want to try me? Let's go. I'm gonna pick your ass up and I'm gonna slam your ass.
Wow. Slamming bitches all summer.
I'm not slamming anybody.
It's no different from fall, winter, or spring. So, what you talking about?
If you get slapped by me, it's gonna hurt. That's what I'm gonna say.
Okay, today's episode. So in full transparency, we have the Power series, and we were supposed to record with Dr. Payman, who is my plastic surgeon today. Mm-hmm. But because he's actually a huge Beverly Hills plastic surgeon and he was doing us a favor, he had emergency surgery this morning. because plastic surgeons also do a lot of like medical plastic surgery. It's not all it's cosmetic, yes, but sometimes people who have like mastectomy or whatever, or like medically needed procedures, they go to the hospital as well and they do those. So nonetheless, Payman was like, don't kill me. I was like, I'm gonna kill you. But I mean, how can I argue?
Gonna kill you.
How can I argue when you say you have an emergency surgery?
Right.
Okay. So we interrupt the regularly scheduled Power series to bring you one of your favorites.
Holy shit, you got a lot of questions. You might not need mine. You might not need mine.
I have a few questions. These are new. They're not sexually related. We decided to keep it semi-PG, but I have a feeling they are always gonna.
They always get to the cock and the pussy. Come on now.
My God.
It always goes back to the cock and the pussy.
Diana has some on her end.
Cock, pussy, cock, pussy. Here you go now.
Pussy cat, pussy cat, pussy cat, pussy cat. Ay, yow, pussy cock, pussy cock, pussy buzz. I know what to get that shit.
Okay.
Center yourself. Oh my goodness.
Me dio calor. Okay.
My God.
Perdón.
Diana has questions on her end too.
Yeah, I have a few questions.
So you go.
Wait, you want me to go first? Okay.
Yes.
This is a good one. How did your early life experiences shape your aspirations and career choices? Or is that too crazy?
How did your what?
Okay, wait. Let me just change it up. I like this one better because it's sort of kind of like the same. But can you recall a specific moment or event that set you on a path to where you are today?
Are you going to answer that?
I can answer it. What do you think?
Yeah, go.
So a specific moment for me, I want to say, was when I was working in the mayor's office. And I learned a lot of different things having to do with just the way that the city works, the budget, how policies are made. Like I learned a lot of good, but I learned a lot of bad. There's a lot of shit that happens behind the scenes in politics.
You didn't learn a lot of bad. You learned that there's a lot of bullshit.
Yeah, but there was a lot of bad too. There was a lot of bad.
Oh, Jesus.
There's a lot of
meaning like not good shit.
Not good shit. Yeah, not good shit.
Oh my God.
And so the longer I was there, the more I was trusted. Therefore, and necessarily wasn't the mayor, because the mayor, it's almost like the CEO of the company, right? They really don't know what's going on all down here, you know. So once it gets to him, it's almost too late. Know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So there was a lot of shit. There was a lot of shit. There was this one time that because whenever anybody gets shot, stabbed, or anything like that, whether it's in the hood or wherever they're at, to me, they're a child. They're someone's father. They're someone's brother. They're someone's, you know. I always think about all those things and other people and it doesn't matter how bad the person is, there's still effects from it, right? So the person that did the shooting and then the person that got shot, there's going to be ramifications.
Both sides, yeah. Both families suffer. So both sides suffer, yeah.
One of the things that happened that I was like, I got to get the fuck up out of here, was the chief of staff. I won't say his name, but the people know who the fuck I'm talking about. Fucking douchebag. But anyway, the chief of staff came out of his office and there was this guy that had gotten killed. And at the time, there was a city ban because there was a lot of violence happening, a time, you know, where people had to be, a curfew, and where people had to be, you know, back in the house or whatever. And this happened for like a month. They did like a citywide curfew. And this young man got killed. He was like 18 years old. He left behind a girlfriend that was pregnant and a child. And then come to find out, he was really involved in the community. It wasn't like, whether or not you're good or bad, I don't think anybody deserves to die in the manner that he died. But the chief of staff comes out of his office, and we're over there like really feeling it, right? Because we have children. We're like, oh shit, that's messed up. We start learning a little bit more about him. This motherfucker comes out of the office and says, well, if he was in his house, it would have never happened. We put the curfew in place in order for people to be safe. And I was just like,
that's so frustrating.
I was like, first of all, he was on his way home from work and got shot because they thought he was someone else. So it wasn't that he got shot because it was something that he did or anything like that. He mistaken identity, right? So the moment that happened,
that used to happen. I mean, it still happens a lot, but we went through it. Even I wasn't living here, but there was a season here in this town where that was happening. Like I feel like people were just like dropping, just gun happy. Bah, 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 bah.
Yeah. And so that led me to looking for a job. And I went and interviewed that same week, and they offered it to me the following week, and I gave my 2 weeks notice. And they said, why, same guy, why are you leaving? And I told them, yeah, because it's just my time to go. I didn't want to say, why, whatever. But I do want to say that office, a lot of good came out of it. I don't want to say, that it was all bad. But it taught me a lot about how to be in just any environment. Because a lot of it was ratchettery. Is that a word? Ratchettery?
Ratchettery.
Mm-hmm. People used to come in there and leave their garbage on my desk and say, the garbage people didn't come and pick up my garbage, so I'm bringing it to the mayor.
Oh, you mean like constituents?
Yes. Yep. Or this other guy.
The shit is like, you don't know Diana, because I don't give a shit. And come get your garbage.
So I was like, okay, call 211 and thank you so much. And then I called the janitor, because I need a job. So come get this garbage off my desk.
Wow. But, I'm so proud of you.
Girl. You don't understand. This other guy brought in his tire.
That is level of what?
Yeah. This other guy brought in his tire because there was a big ass pothole on the street. So he wanted to bring the tire up. So I was like, the amount of time that you have to have. Like you have to park your car with the garbage in your car. Or if you took the bus there.
Here's what I'm saying.
Physically bring your garbage.
That's what I'm saying.
And I was like, what is this? This is my garbage. Hopefully when I get in my 70s and 80s, I am not acting a fucking fool.
Yo. And like, at that age?
Yeah, they were older. And there was a smell. The garbage had a smell, but I don't think it was a garbage. I think it was a person. But, whatever. I could have said a lot of shit. But now, I don't give a fuck. I say whatever the fuck comes in my mind.
So then how did that season for you bring you to where you are now? Is another question?
So it brought me to where I'm at now because I'm still working where I applied to. And it gave me, because I've worked in so many different community organizations and political offices that there was always the essence of ratchet. Like it was some ratchet looming. You know what I'm saying? Because it was all usually nonprofit or government funded. So there was just a lot of people that really hadn't gone through like a corporate office. Like if you go through a corporate office, there's just some things that do not fly. You know what I'm saying? Like just some shit.
And
there's a dress code.
I was literally about to say, hence y'all fuck up fucking freestyle wear Fridays.
Yeah. Yeah. So it just taught me a lot. So when I went into this corporate space, I was ready. I was just like, this ain't right. Like, no, you shouldn't be. No. But yeah, so I appreciate the lessons that I was taught. Because I did so much for that office that when I left, they replaced me with 3 other people.
That part.
Mm-hmm. And they would bump my raise. I was
literally gonna say, what is it about so that crazy. Where it's like they so have crazy. A lot of times places have such a hard time properly compensating people, but then you do things that you blame on budget, but then you bring in 3 people who you have to compensate when I was already killing the job, and you could have
you're also giving them insurance.
That's what I'm saying. So then there's health insurance. There's all these things. When you could have just paid me properly, and I'm already flowing. I know the system. It's like
I was doing the onboarding. I was doing onboarding. I was doing constituent work. I was doing like when anybody was absent, I was fucking there. I was doing stuff for corporation counsel office. I was doing stuff for the finance office. I was doing stuff for girl. I was doing so much. Oh my God. And there was a lot of stuff that I did, like when the mayor's driver wasn't in and no one else wanted to drive the mayor. I was driving him. I drove him for like a week. And
who was the mayor at the time?
Eddie Perez.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. And I actually got closer to him that week. But he knew my grandmother. He used to hang out because him and my uncles and fathers were friends. So it took about 2 weeks for him to know who I was. After I got the job, I was like, you know my grandmother, right? He was like, who's your grandmother? I said, Maria Lugo. He was like, oh my God. Go in the house all the time when I was little. I was like, damn, I should have used that to get the money I really wanted.
From jump, exactly. Damn. For me, if we're talking career-wise, it happened really early for me, of course. So Puff is in whatever mess he's in now, but for me, it happened super early. I was probably at Sean John for like a month and a half, probably less, probably like a month. And I got sent to do a personal appearance with him. So mind you, I'm straight out of I was a marketing assistant. Like I had my experience, nothing. Like it's like I tell people, it's like you could be an attorney, but when you go to a new law firm, there's new rules, there's new policy, there's new forms. It's never going to be the same. So I get there. I'm there for a month. I'm a marketing assistant. At this point, I'm still learning. I'm like literally assisting the marketing director. And then he's like, well, I'm not going to be able to go to Florida. I need you to go to Florida with Puff. And I was like, okay. So then he starts naming all this shit, a step and repeat, and all these things that are like, obviously it's second nature to me now. But I was like, so I'm taking notes, right? This is before I realized, this is before I realized that there's no dumb question and you should really just ask. But even then I learned that Puff doesn't sign all his own autographs. Like I was signing pictures of, like, that was back in I don't know if they still do, but there was like the headshot and you sign it. And he had Burdines. I don't know if Burdines still exists, but it's like a Macy's.
That used to play basketball. You know who he is. I'm not even going to say his name, but he went to Harvard High and became an NBA player. He used to bring boxes of fucking cards and he used to fucking sign them. Yeah.
So I did that. That was really early in my career where I realized that Sean John was going to be like a boot camp, and it was. It taught me that experience of having to go to Burdines and successfully ending up doing it. So step and repeat is the thing behind you with the logo, with whatever, the signing of the cards, a rider. I didn't know what a rider was, which is like what Puff wanted. I didn't know what a green room was. Like all these terms that are just like back to back after each other. It was like, oh, his green room, his rider, this, that, the contacts. You need to have a contact sheet. There's so many things that I had to have ready. That I realized in that moment, I was like, bitch, you need to be ready to do anything at any time. And then honestly, I was at Sean John for about 4.5 years. And I've said this openly that I have till this day never found a position. So I've worked with other artists and I've done, Nike, whatever, but I've never again had a job that was so fulfilling for me. Never. Like when I went to, let's say Kohan, for instance,
and I was chaos.
So it's like, I don't like the chaos, but I like having my hands in everything. With Puff, when he did Diddy Runs the City, when he ran the marathon, I was involved with that. When he did the VMAs, I was involved with that. When he did Raisin in the Sun on Broadway, I was involved with that. When he did Diageo, I was involved with that, with the liquor. If he did the Unforgivable fragrance. So it's like, it's so intellectually stimulating to learn and meet people and you see shit through from beginning to end, like for real. Like you smell You get to smell different fragrances. You get to see different bottles. You get to see packaging and paper and touch it. You learn things are expensive, how not expensive. Well, you pay for the plastic wrap. That's why a bitch will not. I do not buy anything full price. FYI. So I learned early in my career that I could do anything. Like I literally was like, I could do anything. So I transitioned, and then of course, more senior you get, you somehow get less work. And for me, it was like, oh shit, I don't get to be like involved in that part. I want to be involved. Yeah, I don't want to do it, but I want to be involved in that part and that part and that part. So it's not as though I started doing my own thing. And it's still not the same. Obviously, the industry is so different. Like when I worked with Puff, it was like him and Jay and Russell were the only ones to have brands. Now everyone has a brand. Like it's such a, I'm so thankful that it was such a unique space and time. Like regardless of whatever shit he's going through now, you know, who knows, but
but he's launched a lot of different artists, brands, and all that stuff, you know.
Everybody got
some shit in the dark. There's always some shit lurking. There's always some shit lurking.
It was pretty dope. And he also did teach me that your first no is the way into the getting the yes. Like he's extremely persistent. Like I knew never to go to him and say, I don't know. I learned early on too, to be like, let me find out. I'll circle back. You know, like that whole, I'll circle back. I learned early in my career to write everything down. And I never really had an issue with him. I think I was going to get fired 3 times, but that wasn't it. Real altercation. That's a whole nother story. But I definitely started packing my shit 3 different times.
I honestly
I'm about to get fired.
That if that man would have never came out of his office and said that, I probably would have still been there. Let
me ask you a question though. Do you regret leaving?
No, I don't regret leaving. Because do
you regret him affecting you to the point where you were like, I'm done? Because it's almost like I feel like they get what they want.
No, I didn't regret leaving. Although many of the people that stayed have gotten like these bigger
senior positions
in the city or at the state, at government levels and stuff like that. But I don't serve well in those. I would not serve well in those roles, because those roles are usually smile in your face type roles. And then, I can't do that. You know what I'm saying?
So welcome to my industry.
I can't do the handshaking and then be like, you know, nah. So it wouldn't have worked for me, but I liked, like, sort of kind of like your experience where I was able to put together things that, you know what I'm saying? Like I put on a resource fair for the city of Hartford on the most minimal budget. And they were like, well, we don't have any budget. We don't have any budget for food. And I was just like, okay, I'm going to invite 10 restaurants.
Get some vendors.
Yeah,
exactly.
I'm going to get 10 restaurants. I'm going to say that this is for the mayor. I'm sure we'll get it for free. You know what I'm saying? Or a discount or whatever. And I mean, out of the 10, we probably got like 7 that were like, you know what, we'll do a limited menu. We believe in the mayor. So, you know, we'll do just a couple little bites and stuff like that. I was like, perfect. That's all I needed, right? So
that's it.
That equipped me. So now when I go and at my job now, I was part of, you know, it was a team of like 6 of us for the whole company in the Windsor location anyway. And we were tasked with like the Christmas party or, you know, the summer extravaganza and all this stuff for like 2,300 people. So we had to get tents, food, you know, all that stuff, making sure we send out surveys so that people have allergies and what else you know, all that shit. So now when I got to throw a party and it's like 10, 15 people, you know what I'm saying? So whenever I throw anything at home, people be like, God damn you be doing the most. No, I want everybody to have an experience with food. I want people to feel welcomed. So that's why Rocio comes over. She's like, bitch, are you going to sit down? Are you always going to be fucking
never.
cooking?
I know now. You know, I know to not have expectations. I may not have a conversation with her. The extent of the conversation will be like, you want a fresh empanadilla or you want some rice? Because I looked at Nat and I was like, oh, so Diana just stays in the kitchen the whole time. Okay. Cut it.
I go into some dance breaks sometimes.
I am going to take part in the eating festivities.
I just don't like to give people old empanadillas. I like to fry them and then give them to you.
Oh, you're making me want empanadillas now.
They're not the same at the park anymore. But anyway.
But no, the last one I had was the ones you made in your house.
They're not the same.
No, I'm good. Let me bring out a question.
Before this go left.
Oh, this is a good one. Yeah, I mean, whatever. Pre-marriage. Have you ever?
I knew it. There's no sex questions. Let's see. Okay.
Have you ever made the first move?
You know the question. You know the answer to that.
I mean, come on, and like entertain the people.
Okay, then. So if you are a avid listener of Cositas, you know that I have said in the past that I was not shy to send over a drink to a man. I was not shy to go up and speak to a man. I'm not shy if a game is on and you happen to like sports and you can tell that he's into it, just go over there and be like, just start talking sports. And
if you know how to talk sports, because then you look crazy. Like, don't be talking about basketball players when it's a baseball game, sweetie. That's not gonna work.
That
know a little bit.
I've seen that happen.
Or you can go up and play dumb and make a man feel like, what? So is this a big game? Or guys like to feel like they're like
flirty shit. Yeah. So no, I've always, even with my husband now, I've always made the first move. I don't like to be pursued. I like to pursue. I didn't like to be pursued. If someone pursued me, it was such a turn off. I don't know why.
Really?
I'd be like, no.
So then let me ask you this. Have you ever pursued someone and it not been reciprocated?
Yeah.
Really?
Yeah.
And you still like to pursue?
Yeah. Someone told me I was too dark. They didn't date somebody because I was too dark. Yeah.
Like your skin?
My skin, yeah.
Oh, God.
Same person. 20 years later. You're like, damn, I should have. Oh!
Now you like this. Now you like this smoker frack.
Too late, bitch.
Now you want some of the cookies and cream.
But then married a lady that's like 20 shades darker than me. And got divorced, but whatever.
Damn.
But yeah, I will. You have to go into, like, if you're gonna be going up to a man and making a move, you have to have in the back of your mind that he might not reciprocate it, and it's okay. That's just gonna toughen your skin. Like just for anything in life. Like if you want something, you gotta be able to. You gotta watch this shit because Rosie.
I'm going into my shell.
Don't go into your shell, girl. Shit. What the fuck? No. So I want to say it's so funny. Like 3 times to me. Like the no.
Well, that's not a bad average.
Yeah.
So it's so funny because there is a dating expert. I forget her. I think her name is Madi. I would love to have her on the show. We should reach out to her. Mm-hmm. She's a dating expert. I think she's Puerto Rican, but she's definitely Latina. And there was a clip that she said, it's not enough for you to just be like, I'm going out to, like I'm going out for margarita night. She's like, you need to say I'm going out for margarita night and I'm going to talk to 3 people tonight. Mm-hmm. Whether you're man, woman, into men, women, LGBTQ, whatever. She's like, it's not enough to just go out. Mm-hmm. You have to be intentional. So it's funny because Diana is basically the intention because in societally and stereotypically, women expect men to come up to them.
And they're just waiting around.
Right. So she said, you have to, even if you meet someone and they're semi-attractive, not fully attractive, but just say, I'm going to talk to 3 men tonight. I'm going to talk to 3 people tonight. And when I saw that, I was like, fuck. Oh my God. But the funny thing is that for the first time in my life, and Diana knows, I put myself out there.
Yeah.
First time in my life.
She did.
I got fully rejected.
You didn't get nothing. No, it wasn't rejection. It's game.
It's not rejection, but I definitely was like,
It's practice.
I think It's practice, yes. And number two, it's also like, I think it's because I'm older where I'm like, I'm not really sweating it. I'm like,
exactly.
I'm not over here saying, come here, let me suck your dick. That's not what I'm saying. I'm letting you know. Or I'm also not like, hey, I'm intrigued. I'm interested. I want to get to know you more. Like, I want to give you some pussy. That's not what I'm saying. You know what I mean?
So I just want to meet you.
Yeah. So I was like, hey, I'm intrigued. Blah, blah, blah.
That's a great way to approach it, because if you think about it, right, you're going to be waiting around for somebody to have the guts to talk to you. Guys are having the same issue. Like, they don't want to be rejected either. Like, I've had conversations with men and I'm like, yo, how many rejections do you get? And they're like, yo, I get rejected all the time. And I'm like, no, but you're the full package. And they're like, yeah, but the people I want don't want me back. So then I got to settle.
That's the part. That's the part. Because isn't it crazy how sometimes you see women, and this is me being semi-asshole, but whatever. Sometimes you see women, right? With like, sometimes you see men who are like good looking fucking men. And then you see the woman and you're like,
She probably approached them.
But exactly. She probably not necessarily approached him in a sexual nature, but probably was like the one to start a conversation, blah, 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 blah. Because I'd be like, make it make sense.
I was actually having a conversation. Sense. It was, we went to A6 Go last Tuesday, and I was having a conversation with Dave Love. Shout out to him because he listened. And Rachel. So him and I, we always have like conversations like this because he's like, I could go tomorrow. We should go tomorrow. FYI, sorry, because I'm gonna have a sitter. Yeah.
Continue.
So he was talking about, and I told him, to me, I'm like, you have a great career. You can dress. You're funny and all this stuff. And I was like, what are you looking for? Like, I'm always trying to like just ask men questions to get information. So he's just like, chicks don't understand. Like, most of the chicks that come to me give me that like fuck me energy, and I know that energy already. So if that's what they want, I'm gonna give it to them, right? But if they come into me with that energy, then they can't turn around and expect me to make them my girlfriend. Because
so I guess educate me, because I had this conversation with you because I was very clear where I was like, I don't want to give that fuck me impression. Like, I don't want to give that like, hey, I'm intrigued, come tap the box. But it's like, for me, it's like a fine line between you approach someone, obviously you're physically attracted, you're physically like, oh, I want to know more. And how do you navigate that? Like, I don't want him to think I'm trying to give up the pussy, but
no, he was just saying like,
you know what I mean? Or are women really like, let's meet me in the bathroom?
No, he said, yeah. He says that women come up to him, because he's one of those guys, like, that he goes out a lot, and because he works hard, he plays hard. You know what I'm saying? And so he says, to me, if the vibes ain't right, he says the vibes have to be immaculate. I have to be able to have a conversation with you. Number one. Number two, I want there to be something in that brain. You know what I'm saying? So he was like, exactly. I want the person to be witty. I want the person to be quick. I want the person, you know what I'm saying? And he's just like, I don't have these conversations with a lot of people, but when I do have them, I want to make sure that I'm saying, because you may say this to somebody else that might be attractive, and then yes, that's the person I want to vibe with, right? So if you know somebody, please, so men are having the same issue. Like, they could get vagina if they want it, right? But they're like, fuck, I want to meet that person too that I can have a conversation with, go.
That's so funny. I guess I never thought about it like that.
Yeah, but he does say that, they come up very sexual and shit, so that when he gives them that, then they're like, well, why you treat him? He was like, well, shit, I mean, you
came up to me like a hoe, so I'm going to treat you like a hoe.
You came up to me talking about fuck me, so then I fuck you, and then what? Like, now you want to be my girl? Like,
see, but then it's like, you came up to him talking about fuck me, then he fucks you, and now you have the problem. The part is, if there was a miscommunication, the minute he's trying to fuck you, be like, nah, I don't know what impression I gave you.
Right.
But now you want to be treated like a lady after the fact. Like, that's confusing.
And he's like, and then, he's like, not to disrespect, right? He said, not to disrespect, because a lot of women think because they're great in bed that's going to change everything. He's like, no. There's a
lot of women do. He's like,
there's a lot of women that are great in bed. He said, put that to the side. Have a conversation with me. Talk to me about what music you like. You know what I'm saying? Like he said, I put on Marvin Gaye, and some of these young chicks don't even know who he is. Well, I mean, and I was like, why are you fucking with young chicks? He was like, even the old heads. I was like, oh shit. I said, where you going with it? You know? So he was just like, yeah. He's like, he got a vibe. And at least he's like, if there's 10 things, I want to vibe with the person with at least 6 things. He's like, I'm not even trying to be perfect, but at least 6 things that we could conversate about. Like, and I know there has to be differences. He said, damn, I'm saying too much now. I said, no, you're not saying too. He probably gonna kick my ass.
You made it to the podcast, sir. You made it to the podcast.
I'm gonna tell him when I see him, like, yo, I said a little bit about the conversation. Nah, but I appreciate it. I appreciated that he was a little open, and because Rachel was also, we were having the same comment, and Rachel was like, "Oh, I got stories. If I knew you, I would tell you."
Oh my god! Oh my god! But shout out to Rachel, because I mean, this is a whole episode we got to do about the 2-headed woman that we still have not talked upon.
Oh my god! I have questions.
Shout out to Rachel, because she was like, she got 2 heads and she got a man.
No, and then I posted it on my story.
When she said it like that, I was like, yo, straight facts.
I posted it because she actually sent it to me, because apparently they're both married.
That's girls. The part we didn't know that when we started this conversation, and then it came out that they both married. So shit just got weirder. And I said, D, we need to dedicate a whole special live or something.
There's only one puss
to this. There's only one.
Well, there's only one puss.
We have questions. We have lots.
And then Natalie,
you know what? We should record. We should, because that shit will be fucking hysterical.
And then my girlfriend Natalie. Asshole number 1. I love you, Nat, but you asshole.
She is the number 1 asshole.
Like, so what happens to her sister? Does she just hang around? I was like, Lord Jesus, I don't want to laugh, but that was funny. But
no, or like Alicia, shout out to Alicia or Sonia. I think it was Sonia who said, so when one is having sex, is he like covering the other one's face? Like,
does he take like, Benadryl?
Look away, look away.
Or is she handling the balls while the one is handling?
Is she on Ambien? What are we doing?
Ew.
And she the whole time saying, don't enjoy this, don't enjoy this, don't enjoy it. Like, it's crazy.
But then you really got to look at their men. Do you want those men that they got? No, you don't. They look like a cross between. Now, mind you, computer fixers, programmers, they make a lot of money, but the motherfuckers be weird. They be weird. Them coders and all the motherfuckers.
That's true.
Like, look at fucking Jeff Bezos before Amazon and all that shit. That motherfucker look weird. Now he got a little trainer.
He still looks weird. He got a buff body or whatever. Yeah, like, shout out to Lauren Hernandez, her ex Tony Gonzalez. Like, how she stay? She got Rainbow Bright. How she stay locking in the man? Tony Gonzalez is fine
with the bag.
You get what I'm saying? She definitely approached Jeff Bezos.
Yeah, absolutely. He was telling like, ooh,
she gives an approacher energy.
Yeah. I mean, and it's not going to be 10 for 10 all the time. There's going to be people that are going to say no. There's going to be people that are going to be married. There's going to be people that are going to have a boyfriend, a girlfriend or whatever, be in a situation. But you may run into some crazy shit too. Motherfuckers be looking normal and they do not be normal.
So basically, Diana has given you zero hope because what she has said is there will be men who are married who have girlfriends who will say no, and then the rest of them are crazy.
No, they're not.
So approach at your own risk.
Well, of course you have to approach, like, let's say, okay, perfect example. If there's a song playing and you see that he's into it and you into it too or whatever, he had a bar, just go over there and be like, this is my song, or just like stand by him, like whatever, and then just strike up a conversation.
Yeah.
Because the shit is that they usually don't.
I need to take my wing woman with me everywhere. They don't. They don't. Happens, and then guess like, what? Oh, when I did,
That's not a valid one though. That's not a valid one.
It's not a valid one. We don't take L's, by the way, ever.
No, that's not an L at all.
Because I realize it's not a mystery, it's a game. And I just really don't know.
You, though. I'm saying too much. My bad.
Too much. Moving on. Next question.
So all the Venus and Mars gods out there, please bring it the portal. Open it for Rocio.
I am open for business.
Open the portal. Actually, last week there was a couple extra little biddies at the 8-6 Go. I was like,
oh, because I got a sitter tomorrow. Anyway, back to regularly scheduled programming.
Yeah.
What is something you always wanted to learn or try?
Learn or try. I was actually thinking, now that I'm going to be the big 5-0, I've always wanted to knit.
Oh God, that was the most fucking boring fucking answer to the best fucking setup.
Right, but I want to knit.
I was like, oh my God, now that you're going to be the 5-0, what is it? Tell the people.
But I want to knit.
I want to fucking get a cat and knit.
I don't want to get a cat. I want to knit cot covers.
Oh, it just got interesting. So, are the covers, what's the purpose? What serves the purpose?
Just to keep them nice and snuggly.
So then what happens when they're not hard?
It'll expand. I'm still working it out in my brain. No, I want to knit.
Oh, you know what I want to be involved in? The size specs. We are now accepting models.
Accepting any models.
I used to be the of course I'm not going to remember the right word, but when I was at Kohan, I was the sample girl, like the sample girl. So I used to get all the shoes for free. They used to so we need a few.
Wait.
That's for specs.
That's one of the things I want to do.
Professional
but I'm going to do it.
Purposes. This is purely professional.
I would I don't want to do anything that assists in my death. Like I don't want to jump out of a plane or anything like that. Like when your sister jumped out of a plane.
In your death.
Yeah. Like when you jumping off the plane, you just that's an invitation for the parachute not to happen.
Wow.
I swear, anything having to do with assisting in my death, I don't want to do. That's it.
No, she wants to knit.
I want to
knit.
Pot
covers. Fuck it. The funny thing is when you said cock, I said pot. I heard pot covers. I said, no, you're making it worse.
It's a joke, of course. Cover.
It's not a joke.
Probably. I mean, probably there's a market. There's a market for motherfuckers want to use panties.
Honey.
You know what I'm saying?
Honey, there's a market for everything.
You just throw that shit on Amazon.
P.S. If any of y'all motherfuckers listening take this cot covers idea, we coming for you. Okay?
Let me look it up. They probably already got them.
It probably isn't under cock. You're probably going to get a lot of porno on your feed. But
no. I'm going to put phallus covers.
Penis.
Oh, penis.
Crocheted.
Crochet.
One of a kind penis covers.
Yeah. Let's see.
Oh my God. Oh my God.
They got them already. Yes, they do. Yes,
Let
they do.
Me see.
They got one for the balls. They got.
Are those? Oh, they're like tightly knit.
Yeah, you got those. Then you got. Hold on.
No, those are for handles on the pants.
No. They said penis. They're called crochet penis warmers. Yep. Look at this.
But when men penises are not warm, they're not hard. Like, oh my God. First of all, whose dick is that little?
Oh, look, somebody.
Is that for a child?
Somebody put a little snake action on there.
That's a very little penis.
But the thing is that with the yarn, it expands. The yarn expands.
Yeah, this whole grower, not a shower thing, I'm not subscribing to that.
Well, I guess there goes my crochet Willy Warmers is called.
Well,
Willy
by the way, that's
Warmers.
Warmers.
Jesus, I thought I came up with something new.
That name alone.
Look at this
thing. I don't believe in that. Wow. Okay, so 2 things. I don't believe in that because that's how Uber, Lyft, and all the things exist. So McDonald's, Burger King, there's always room for competition. But second of all, I'm going to ask a question that is not in the jar. Okay? What do you do when you about to do it with a man and you go and he's wearing fucking, what is it called?
A willy warmer.
He's wearing a willy warmer. I definitely think I'm dry pussy immediately.
I don't think that's like for, to get the girl excited. It's probably just
I don't think it is either.
I think it's
but if he happens to, oh my God.
My first question will be like, who the fuck made that for you?
And how she know?
That shit
and what were the requirements?
A motherfucker's not that shit on his own.
Someone bought that shit for you. It's very like white frat boy, college frat boy type shit though.
No, I think everybody.
It very much is.
I think everybody could do that shit. Well, there goes my business. I guess I got to get another bucket list situation.
Damn.
And
what is something? What's the question?
Etsy, there's a whole bunch of sellers, so I'm not gonna jump into that.
What is something you always wanted to learn? Try
piano. I always wanted to be piano.
Oh,
so that's a
Let's
good.
bring it back.
Alicia Keys.
She wants to learn how to play piano on a
When Alicia Keys came out, I was like, I want to play a bit, but I never did. I know how to do it. Ding, 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 ding. That's the only part I know how to do. The Dr. Dre. Ding.
Oh.
This is the same. I only know how to do the piano part. That's it. So people tell me play the piano, I'll be like, ding, 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 ding.
And people be like, duh.
What's that? No, motherfuckers be like, what's that?
That shit is dope, kid.
Oh, shit.
What have I always wanted to try? My list is fucking endless. But
I would say everything. You try everything.
Yeah,
you want to do.
Thank you, Jesus. I do. I think I want to. I told Dule. Shout out to Dule Hill, my friend. He's a.
We should have him on.
We should. I spoke to Jazz. Of course, he'll do it.
Before I knew he was your friend.
He's a world-renowned tapper, and I'm like, yo, Dule, I want to learn how to tap, and he was like, let's go. I was like, oh shit, the pressure. But I feel like I've always.
Too.
He's an amazing actor. But he started tapping when he was 3, I think. And he's an amazing. He has that. Wait, he has like a wooden. No, I don't think so.
Okay.
He has like a whole wooden situation in their garage, and it was cool. I walked in. Me and Sophie walked in on him and his 2 friends who are world-renowned tappers too, and I was like, "Yo, that's so dope." And then I had been thinking about tap being one of those things. I want to take up tap and really boring. Like I want to start making my own like, pottery. No pottery.
That's not boring.
Just like but you don't think that things boring, that you're like
knitting to me is not boring.
No,
knitting. You should see, and
it's hard.
I'm gonna see if Nat will let me show you.
I was gonna say because her mom knitted Sophie a blanket.
She had she has mad clutches that Natalie would come up with an idea and like put a leather flap on a black crochet like girl, beautiful. And Natalie won't use them now because now she has passed, so she just wants to keep them as keepsakes. But she would do any like I have blanket scarves that I don't wear anymore because I'm just like I don't want to wear them up. But girl, like you would tell her the colors that you wanted. She would, and then she was
such a dope human.
I miss her so much. But yeah, that knitting and the pottery we should do once we grow. We should do one of those, like, let's go pottery. Let's go do some pottery. Let's go.
Yeah, for real.
Or some tap dance. Go to California. And
like Cardi B. Like Cardi B. Yes. I mean, who the fuck wouldn't want to fucking have footage tapping with Dule Hill?
Right.
Didn't Cardi B have that show for a little bit?
Tapping shoulders. I don't think.
When really, tap is all from the waist down. And literally, your arms are mad stiff.
Since I'm like right here, I'm trying to, give the perception.
This is what we're doing.
This is what we're doing. That show was successful for a little bit, the Cardi B one.
Yeah, the one where she tried a bunch of shit.
Yeah, it was funny. I think she probably felt like they were making fun of her, which they were.
Is she still broken up? Are they still broken up?
Yeah.
Right? She's gone straight.
I mean, she don't look like herself anymore, but
I know. It's really, honestly, real talk, it makes me sad because I thought she was gorgeous. To me, like Little Kim. Like, Little Kim was so damn... She could wear, remember that she wore every color wig she looked good in. Everything she looked good in. And then like Cardi B, but I will say this, as you guys have heard, it's a lot of pressure to be a woman and be famous. And like, especially in the urban community where there's so many unrealistic expectations of body. And like, even though she's been transparent about her, surgery and stuff, her lipo is getting so lumpy. In the front,
not only that, her face,
her nose. No, that's the minimal. The one place you will never get skin back is your nose. Is she starting to do this? And it's like, you were so perfect. She was like,
I understand the teeth, but I think she looked Dominican. She looked Latina. Now she just looks like,
I don't know. She looks like a Bratz doll.
Something she pointed at a doctor's office and said, "I want to look like this." You know,
I want to look like a Bratz doll.
Yeah. She's actually giving me Kim K, Jenner, like that type of.
Prior to she's get early Kim K surgery.
Yeah.
What's your next question? It'll be our last question.
My next question. Let me see. I have a few, but
a good one.
But wait, I gotta go back to the questions because I started looking for the cop covers and now I'm all the way over here.
Wow, I can't wait to see what comes up in your feed.
I put penis. What? No, it was fine. I'm about to choke. I'm about to choke.
Instagram is about to choke. Your algorithm in Instagram is about to be some interesting
and shout out to all the people that came up to us on Saturday.
Oh my God, yes, you guys. There was shout out to everyone who was like, "Well, you love the show, you have to keep doing it." I was like, "Oh, thanks."
And then there was another one that I was
to be famous.
Oh shit. I was trying to find the other girl. I'm so sorry that I forgot your name. But she was with Bev. She was with Bev the realtor. Bev is also a listener. And I actually told her that I was going to talk to you about maybe having her on because she has grown her. We could probably do her and Yvonne. Yvonne also listens. They're realtors, but they have their own companies.
Oh, yes.
They're not like
Bev the broker, right?
Yes,
Bev the broker?
Yes.
So she was with her. I know. It's so funny. Social media makes you not know people's names and shit. Like Jennifer.
You know their handles.
Jennifer. I'm like, I think her name might be Jennifer.
It is Jennifer, but I'll be saying Jennifer.
Jennifer.
So I saw Bev. I gave her a hug and all that stuff. And I was like, girl, you looking good, right? Because I'm always giving people flowers if they deserve them.
But she always looks good on her Instagram. She looks really great.
She always looks good. And she's very transparent about her shit too. But so she was with the girl, and I forgot her name.
She's transparent about what shit?
Just about working out and just making sure her body. You know what I'm saying? She went on this retreat in Costa Rica, like a woman retreat for like 4 days where they do like yoga and meditation.
I love that.
Oh my God. I was like, how do you
that's what I'm doing in June in Sardinia. It's going to be such a good time.
I would love to do that. No, but I'm so sorry. Yes. I've never done that.
Let's do it. I always see things for shit like that.
I would love to do that. I would absolutely.
Oh my God, where you wake up and then it's like they feed you all these amazing foods and then you have a workout, but you wake up to meditation and then you have yoga and then you have community. There's so many great programs.
Yes. So the girl that she was with, I am so sorry that I'm forgetting your name because we ran into so many people on Saturday. I'm forgetting your name.
We were so famous.
So she was with Bev. So then she left, and then I'm over there dancing and taking pictures with a couple other girls. And she comes up and she was like, "I don't want to be a groupie, but I love you guys' show." I was like, "You're not a groupie, girl. We wanted."
Is she the one that came up to me?
No, I couldn't find her.
Someone else.
It was somebody else. So I was like, I was telling her.
I had two people who were like, "You guys are so," and I at first, again. Diana's used to it. So when people come up to me, I'll be like, is this about to be a good interaction?
Girl, it's always good. Because you can always walk away.
I am actually can be a real life asshole too, because I will tell a bitch to be like, get your own podcast. But everyone was so
nice. So nice.
So sweet.
Yeah, I am so sorry that I forgot your name. That's very fucked up of me. But no, she was just like, I love you guys. I love the podcast. I don't want to be a groupie. I was like, you're not a groupie. It's okay. You can say hi whenever you see me. Let's go.
Groupie status?
No.
I'll take groupie status. I love it. Groupie to me is not a bad word.
I don't want no woman groupies.
I'm a bad buddy.
I don't want no men groupies either. Lord, this podcast gonna have me a hot. It's gonna
end your marriage. What's the question?
It's not gonna end my marriage. It better not.
What's the question? No.
Hold on.
Shout out to Lowe's. He was out there having a good time.
Yeah, once he put his shades on, I was like, it's not even sunny. What you got your shades on for?
Because he's got to be inconspicuous.
There's two. No, okay. What activities or hobbies bring you the most joy and fulfillment outside of professional life? So what brings you joy?
You know what? That's so funny because someone highlighted it today. Someone yesterday was like, how was your day? And I was like, I had a great day. I had a bowling party. All my friends and family were there. And he says, you seem to be happy. You've mentioned a few times that you like gatherings and hosting, and you seem to be happiest around the people you love. And I was like, yeah, actually I do. I love just being around love. I love receiving love and giving love and like making people feel good and making sure I feel good. So I definitely, when I'm around like good community.
The same for me. I think that I love to see when people are
like, even sorry to interrupt you, but even Pratt Street felt good. It was like, even though we were our little nucleus, but then it was like all good. Yeah, I love being around like good energy.
I love when people are having fun, or when people tap into new energy that they didn't think they could tap into, if that makes any sense. You know what I'm saying? Like, when people
when you're like, you see people in their discovery, you're like, they're not used to this, but they're like, oh shit, I never thought this could be dope.
Yeah, when people let their guard down, or like I've said before, like when we went to Puerto Rico and I got to see people's where they grew up, like through their eyes and their enjoyment of showing it to me. Like I like that type of shit. I love when people pour into me, because I feel like I pour into a lot of different.
Because you do.
Well, all the time. Listen, I saw this girl, Weechi's wife. I think her name is Vicky. So sorry, Vicky, if it's not Vicky. But she lost. She told me she lost 40 pounds, right? But when I saw her, I said, "Girl,
yes, queen."
I said, "Girl, you look good from the last time." So I said, "From last year, from when I saw you, you look good like that." And she was like, "Oh my God, girl, I'm trying." And I said, "No, you're doing.
No, you're doing.
40 pounds ain't fucking light. Number one. Number two, after 45. The shit is hard as fuck to come off. The shit is like, nope, I'm hanging around for a little bit longer. Bitch, you keep eating them crackers and them cookies.
The shit is like, eat
nothing.
A bite of that brownie so it could sit right
nothing,
here.
Bitch. That's what the fuck. This is popping off over here. No, but my trainer keeps telling me, but you keep lifting heavy. So I was like,
it's gonna burn it. It's gonna burn it.
Nah, but that brings me joy. I like to see people, especially my family or my kids, when my kids are experiencing something new, like when we first went to Puerto Rico, and then just having their eyes light up. That's why I want to go to Ponce. I want to make sure that I bring my mom to Ponce.
They go to where you
so
guys,
that my mom can show where she's from, where she grew up, what school she went to. Because that's all things that they want to learn. So I can't wait for that. So I can be like this, looking at them. Because I'm never looking like when we went to Drake. Thanks to you. And
Phil, you were just enjoying your kids the whole time.
I'm like, oh my God, look at
I know. It's so funny you say that, because it's true. Because with Sophie, even going bowling was her first time, and she was like, I'm so excited to go bowling. But she's so my child. She was like, before we left, she said, I'm so excited. We're going to be there with so many people. It's like, okay, clearly you are a social butterfly. But she loved bowling.
But look at so that type of shit too. For me, like when I saw that she was bowling, I would like make like, and I saw Freddie doing the same thing, just making sure that we were seeing and cheering when she,
Yeah.
What a great job you've done with Sophie, because when the shit went in the gutter, she didn't give a fuck.
Nah. Yeah.
Where another kid would have a fucking meltdown. Like,
right.
She ain't give a fuck. She was like, I'll get it next time. I'm good. You know what I'm saying? So I was just like, and that's a compliment to you, because trust me, there's mad fucking kids out here acting a damn fool. I always say, que me den una semana.
I'm like, I wish you would. I do not play that poor sore loser. I'm like, no ma'am. But I'm like, that's it. You try again. Look at that. You try again. You try again. And then I'm like, you did great. You're trying. You're learning. But she loved bowling. She came home and she was really upset that we had to leave. And her dad and her were FaceTiming, and she was like, her dad was like, Sophie, you only go for a period of time and you leave. And she's like, I know, but there were still people there, like other people. And he was like, yeah, but the group of people you were there with was leaving. She was like, but we could have stayed bowling. There were still people there.
They left. I still want to bowl.
Dad goes, what do you want to stay overnight? She's like, no, I want to leave, but it's when everyone else leaves. I was like, Sophie, no.
Yo, she cracked me up when she came to me, because she asked me a couple times, but the first time she came to me, she was like, Titi. And I was like, what? Like, when they had that whisper voice about to be a secret, right? She's like, Titi Diana. I said, what's up? She was like, did you make the brownies? Because in her head, if I ain't
by the way,
she took.
I put one in her lunch. I never put chocolate in her lunch, and she was like, "Can I have a brownie for a snack?" I said, "Fine, yes, so you can." Says,
in another instant, Titi Diana, you think I can have a cupcake and then a little piece of brownie? So then I asked you, and then she said, "You didn't have to ask my mom."
Diana's like, "Yes, I did."
Because I don't know how this coming out you later on.
Right. No, she does pretty good, but
oh man, she had me cracking up the whole night. And then Luna with her two little shout out to Mei Ling and her that brought them babies with her. So then I put the babies down. She was like, "Them babies ain't real, Diana."
Sophie said that. I can't.
Because I was like, Luna, come take care of your babies. They all over the place. Ain't nobody watching these babies. She comes over the damn sofa. Titi Diana, those babies are not real. Like, I'm going to need you to relax.
I'm going to need you to understand it's not that deep.
Hey, Sophie, you are killing me.
She's a mess. She is a mess. She was really, really upset about having to leave.
Aww.
But yesterday, I was like, when she said, she was like, Mommy, I'm so excited. There's going to be so many. I was like, oh, wow. She really loves socialization. She loves how some kids get uncomfortable when it's loud or whatever. And she's just always,
yes, I know.
She just fits right in. She's
that's
just
why you gotta
the
bring
louder, the better.
You have to bring your kids into different type of. So that's why I love if when my kids was growing up, if I had the resources to be able to bring them skiing and all that stuff. I love that.
Oh my God.
You immerse her in all these different type of places and environments. So like that. It not only helps in her just being cultured, but also just that she belongs in those places.
Like she has to learn. Like she belongs there, but also you have a ski class and I'm going to drop you off right here. Mm-hmm. You are safe with these people and you go and ski. You get what I'm saying? Like I've always been very big about exposing her to kind of how life works, if that makes sense. Like you go skiing, you take a course. This is how it works. Mommy's not there. You go and you do the skiing, or you go since little. You go to dance class, and mommy's not in the class. There's a teacher. There's other students. It's little things like that. It's crazy to see kids when we were in LA and here to get dropped off and have a really hard time separating from their parents. And in my head, it's because they've never been they've never been to a class, or when she goes to tennis, she's like, bye mommy. And she likes for me to see her, but she's not dependent on me cheering her on or being like, I'm here. But I've done that since she was pretty small.
But then that's just gonna when she goes off in the world, right? So my daughter's going, and I'm trying to explain not only to my mom, but folks that are just like, oh my God, you're gonna let her go to DC?
Let her.
I'm just like, well, first of all,
I'm gonna bring her and drop her ass off.
I'm going for homecoming. But to me, it's like, first of all, you have to have confidence in the way that you raise your child, right? So that's number one. Number two, you have to. But
honestly, all your kids, but Dianise specifically, it's like, it's so evident the good job that's been done. Like, your kid.
Thank you.
It's not only. It's like, at some point you got to trust enough in yourself that you did good enough, but then to see it in your child where you're like, I could trust her making judgment calls. Like, she's not always going to get it right, but I could trust her in situations where another parent would worry, because you really know, your kids. It's just some parents are not verbal about the truths about their kids. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
But with her, she gonna be fine.
She gonna be fine. And this is what I also explain to people, and not that I feel like I need to, but just like family members, I'm just like, so what's the difference with her going to Eastern? She's going to be on campus the whole time. Like, I'm not going to be there. What's the difference with her going to UHart? Like, when Aaron went to UHart, I never saw Aaron. I never saw
my mom. Never. I was 15 minutes away.
Even with spring break, like, baseball is at its peak in spring break. So he didn't even get to spring break at University of Hartford because the baseball, he was playing baseball. But I never saw my son. So it's just like, 20 minutes, or Eastern is like 45 minutes. What's the difference? You're just putting hours in between. That's all it is. You know what I'm saying? And like I told her, I was like, you see how quick, you see how long it takes me to get here in a car, but if something pop up, I will jump on a plane. And until then, I have these other people that, could have your back.
And you're always going to have local contacts.
Absolutely. So, I want her to strive, and if she falls on her face, pick yourself back up, brush your shoulders off, and keep it moving. That's it.
To me, having gone to college, then having lived abroad, and I'll always say this, there is nothing like, you know what? Earlier, you asked if there was something that kind of like set the tone for where you are now. And I think living overseas early really set the tone for it was like, oh shit, there's so much life outside of the United States. Like, and it's okay. It's, we have this perception that other countries are like not as good or not as refined or dangerous. And it's like, when I lived in London, I would walk home from the club at like 5:30 in the morning and never felt safer. I was 19, so I feel like that experience, and then going to Amsterdam and Prague and Italy and at that age was like, it made it very normal for me to just hop on a plane and go to Greece. And it's, I say that to say there is something about immersing yourself fully. So like the college experience to me, like a lot of my little cousins didn't live on campus. And I'm like, bro, that's 90% of college
is living on campus.
The immersion of living on campus, making your own decisions, whether I want to eat or I don't want to eat, whether I want to put this pizza on this credit card that's about to charge me 27% APR, but they approve me because I'm a college student. Like, it's full immersion weighs so much more than like what you really learn in college. Like, so I'm so proud. First of all, when Diana texted me, I was like, duh. As if she wasn't gonna get in. What?
And then she got a freaking award the other night, and she's like, "Ma, you guys don't have to come." And I was like, "What?"
Absolutely.
Be there with bells on. And then she got the award, and she was like, "We don't have to stay for the rest of these people. I'm not getting any other awards." You're such a jerk.
Yo, that's so her personality, though.
I was like, okay.
Wow.
We got up in the middle of the fucking...
We're like, let's go eat. Let's go eat. Congratulations to all the winners. We out.
Yo, but for her to get
Mic drop.
an excellence award in English was my worst. And I still fumble shit. Grammar, fucking sometimes there, and all that shit. She got the excellence award in English. For her to be Latina, to get it over
I love it.
All these other people that are, their English is like, I was just like, okay. So she came off, she was like, we can leave. I was like...
Flex.
So then Jalen last night, is so funny because Jalen's like, how many chords do you think you're going to get? She was like, I'm not sure, but I think I have A's in all my classes. I was like, girl, Flex the
cord me
fucking
up.
academics.
Cord me up. Cord me up.
Academics.
Cord me up. Cord me up. I know when I graduated college, I wore my cords proud. I said, y'all see all
Jalen
these
had
cords,
cords that did not belong to him.
Of course he did. But guess what?
I was like, you didn't even
They were around his neck. They were around his neck, so they belonged to him in the moment.
He had so many that he had to braid them to keep them on his neck. I was like, why?
Yes, Jalen is my style.
Why you?
He said, are they really not mine? Because they're around my neck.
That motherfucker crazy.
I love it. Yeah. I'm so proud of you baby. Because I feel like people don't like raising kids. I always tell my girlfriends, like one of my girlfriends is pregnant. It's taken her 7 years. I'm so happy for her. And I say it very respectfully, yes.
Get ready.
And it just so happens that she's due the 1 year anniversary of Amber's passing, and Amber is part of that circle, and Amber was really pivotal in like helping her find IVF and blah blah blah.
Does she listen?
Like, we really Marquise, I don't know. I don't think so, but shout out to Marquise and my college crew. But we're very believing that Amber sent this baby boy because there's no coincidence that it's the year of her passing is her due date after 7 years. So, but I say all that to say, getting pregnant is I don't want to say the easiest part, but getting pregnant
is the easiest part.
Being pregnant is the easiest part.
Yes.
Raising a human child. Like I tell people all the time, like Fred will be like, "Yo, me and Ed, we going to West Harvard Center tonight." I said, "You don't have a kid, right?" I said, "I'm always like, I can't just leave her food and a bowl of water."
Right.
So go have fun. That's why for tomorrow I'm like, guess what? I'm gonna sit here. Let's do something.
Please.
Something.
Hopefully it's nice. Let me look at the weather. Shit.
It's supposed to be really nice. Anyway,
right now. Shit. Look at that. Okay, sure. Okay,
anywho, we gotta wrap this up. But we love y'all. We love seeing y'all on the street. We love when you guys just love on us. I'll take it. I love it. I love it. I loved getting loved on Saturday. I was like, oh, this feels
so amazing.
Oh my God. So before we go though, the lady was like, oh fuck, I'm sorry. I can't remember her name, but she was so sweet. And she was like, I love the podcast. I love what you're doing, blah, blah. So
did she have all black on?
Maybe. Yes.
Cynthia. Yeah.
Very great skin.
Nice. Oh,
her skin is amazing.
Gorgeous. Oh my God.
Like,
snatch.
Shout out, snatch. And when she came up to me and she was like, I love you guys. Da-da-da. So we start dancing, blah, blah. And then she comes back up to me and she goes, Rocio, I know this isn't LA or anything. And in my head, I was like, what she's doing? And then you forget that you share so much on the podcast that she's like, I know it's not LA or anything. I said,
Hold on, let me make sure that her name is Cynthia. Hold on.
But I said, what the fuck she doing? Because you freaking overshare.
She knows.
Oversharing ass.
Cynthia,
shout out to Cynthia. I didn't tell you on Saturday, but your skin,
amazing,
sweetie,
amazing,
sweetie.
Her skin is amazing.
That skin right here.
She's also a runner, and she's like. She works out and she runs and she works out.
Oh, she's in great shape because we observe all that. I was like,
yeah, Cynthia in leggings, yes, boo, yes, a boo.
Yeah. But that skin, just got me off guard. I was like,
I met her officially on Saturday too. Like I've seen her around, just when people work out and do the running thing, and I know she's part of the Latinas in Motion crew. So I actually met her. Officially, so
because I was this close to being like, who your doctor? Who handle your skin?
So. I think that's her skin.
No, of course not. And she got that brown skin, girl. It's not. It ain't a crack up in there. I said,
she looked good.
Share the deets, bitch.
Share your skin and regimen.
Literally, everything. Was like barely any makeup. Was like this. That's it. Let me keep these glasses on.
Yeah, she had great energy too. So And thank you for listening, Cynthia. Sweet. That's awesome. I love
sweet.
It. I
so
it.
sweet.
Yeah.
We had such a good time.
I was like, let me bring you over there because she said, I said, Rocio's around here. She was like, where? So she went to eat. She'll be back. I should have went to go eat with
I had to go. I had to go get sustenance. You should have. We had a good time. Yeah. We had a good time.
It was good to see Alicia there and her what's her fiance's name? Because I kept calling her
Jessica.
Fiance. I kept saying, hey, fiance.
Hey, fiance. But they love it. They love it. Hey, Jess. Alicia came bowling yesterday. I was like, oh, Freddie has no idea that I'm keeping you.
I told them when they got there, I was like, where you been hiding her? Because I like her, okay? So she's going to be around.
Freddie's like, great. Whatever. All right, we love y'all.
All right, y'all.
Enjoy this beautiful day.
This beautiful week. It's supposed to be nice. Get outside, do some walking.
Gorgeous. Of course it's gonna be nice. It's my birthday.
Yeah, it's supposed to be nice on your birthday too. It's supposed to be 70 sign. I'm talking about.
Bitch.
Yeah.
Love y'all.
Yo, get your cot covers. I'm not gonna sell any.
I don't like my cocks covered. I like them exposed.
Not even with a condom. Hey, now have a good day, y'all.
I'm like, I was married for a really long time.
But no, time to think about getting. Yeah, you need some covers, B.
Oh God. Maybe I'll just become like. No, I can never.
Become what?
I was gonna say, like, what is it called when you don't have sex?
Celibate?
That's sad. Sad. It's called sad.
Okay.
Yeah, no, we're not doing that.
Well,
Goodbye.
Bye.
Gracias for listening to Cositas Mommy Never Told Me. We hope you loved this episode. Make sure you subscribe, follow, and share Cositas Mommy Never Told Me on all your social channels. Todas las redes sociales. And don't forget, if you want in on the real tea and see all of our reactions to the craziness, watch this episode on YouTube. ¡Qué bochinche!